Hello, hello, hello. This is Graham from Type What, where I'm documenting my reversal of type 1 diabetes. I don't quite have type 1 diabetes. I don't quite have type 2 diabetes. I have what's called early onset diabetes, or type 1.5 diabetes, or type what, which is the name of the channel. I'm a little low energy because I'm in the middle of fasting. Midway through day 3. Actually, it's getting close to evening, so rounding out day 3. Whoo wee! It's a trip, y'all. It's a trip. So I'm getting close to hour 72, which is interesting. And a little update. I didn't send any videos for day 1 or 2, and I wanted to. I was in the hospital, not for myself, for someone else. Supporting them and staying with them the whole time and making sure they're well taken care of. And because of that, my whole fasting schedule and documenting of it was a little bit off. I was able to do some documenting on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and hit the follow button there. It's also at Type What with 3 A's. But I'm coming at you today because 1, I need to check in, and 2, I've had something new happen. So 2 things new happened. So the first 2 days on my first fast were tough, really tough. My stomach was upset. It was really like that. I'm sure you're familiar with when you skip a meal, like you get really hungry and your stomach's like, "Rah!" It was like that for 2 full days, and stomach pangs, I guess you call it. So that was not pleasant. However, my second fast, my first 2 days, I did not feel that at all, which is great. I slipped right into the feeling that I had on day 3, didn't have the hunger pangs. I was just more like a little bit euphoric. Your body feels a little bit different. You feel a little bit weaker, a little bit low energy, a little bit irritable. And that's about it. So I kind of slipped right into that on day 1, which was nice. However, today's day 3, and I've had something new happen. So I've had slight little sharp headaches, like on the side of my head, which is weird because usually, look at me, I look like I'm an Eskimo here. Usually I get headaches kind of up in here, but this is like, it was like over here, which is weird. And so I've had 3 different instances of it kind of creeping up and going away and creeping up and going away. So that was weird. I did some reading. Let me bring up my notes here. I did some reading on why that might happen because I want to be educated on all this stuff. And there's really 3 reasons why it might happen. The first being it's your body detoxing, right? So you're getting rid of toxins in your body and you're flushing them out. Now, it's a little weird for me because I eat pretty healthy. I definitely have potential to have toxins in me. As part of what we're doing to reverse diabetes is either get rid of the toxins that are triggering it or some of the viruses or bacteria that might be triggering. There's lots of theories floating around as we're trying to figure out which one it is. However, I would assume I would have also got headaches on my first fast. And I would assume those would be worse than the second fast. So detoxing the toxins out of my body is one of the things that it could be. The second thing that it could be is not drinking enough water. This could be the case today. So far, it's about what time? It's 5:15 on the West Coast, and I've had 96 ounces of water. That doesn't seem like enough. I think I need more water. So that's probably what it is. Hopefully that's what it is. Because that's easy to fix, right? The second thing that it could, or the third thing it could be, is a caffeine withdrawal. Now, that's totally possible too. However, I've had caffeine withdrawals a few times now. I've gone the last year or year and a half, I've gone on and off that wagon a few times, so I know what it's like. And it usually hits you the very next day, and for me, it happens the 2 days afterwards. So I don't think that's what it is because I didn't have any headaches the first 2 days, and now I'm feeling some headaches on the 3rd day. So those are the 3 things it could be from my very quick research from the front page of Google. Um, and I can post the links in the description below so you can do your own research and find my sources. It's always good to do your own critical thinking about all these things. So yeah, so hopefully, something easy to fix like water, just drink more water. That's pretty simple. So I'm gonna go do that right after this video. And that's really the update. I'm gonna keep it short. So I'm in the middle of my second 5-day water fast. That means all you drink is water. My first 5-day water fast, I also did some salt. Some people say you need to have extra potassium, so you have some salt, which gives you the minerals that today's water doesn't have. So I'm going to try to do it without that. If my headaches progress, maybe I will add salt. The reason I don't want to add salt is just because I noticed after a couple hours after I had the salt, I would get really hungry, and those hunger pangs came back on days 4 and 5. So I don't want to do that. It's definitely not pleasant. Like I almost quit on day 4, which is crazy. And it's funny because at the end of day 5, I felt like I could have gone longer, on my first 5-day water fast. So, we have some live chatters here. Yes, after 48 hours, the hunger went away for me. Medical supervision, everyone advises that because they do not want to be liable. I have the supervision of my family, and so they're going to help me with that. We live close to a hospital, so it's close and it's a lot cheaper. But, I'm not going to say to do that. I'm going to say do it under the medical supervision because you do not want to get hurt in any way. There's also lots of literature you can read about fasting and the benefits of fasting, water fasting, and other types for free online. There's plenty of books you can buy and read those, and you can kind of, again, use your noggin and do some critical thinking on how much medical supervision would be necessary. People regularly do like 40-day fasts, water fasts. That's like insane. Actually, I don't think it's as insane me doing the second one. I feel like I'm in much better spirits. I've had more energy. But yeah, I like food, man. And I don't want to fast more than I have to. Because I enjoy having a healthy body and being able to work out and doing those type of things. Working out and getting my circulatory system going, getting that cardio going is really good for the circulation, which is good for my diabetes. It helps distribute my insulin and all that good stuff. So, how active are you during your fast? The first fast I didn't do anything. I just laid around. And I'd walk around the house and stuff. I didn't do any exercise. Today, this is the third thing that's new. I didn't even realize this. I went for a walk, and I went for a 2-mile walk. I posted it on Instagram so you can see all my stats. I think I averaged 112 BPM. I think I spent about 40 minutes walking, and I was in the cardio zone most of the time, or fat burning zone. Sorry, fat burning zone most of the time. What will I eat after my fast? I'm glad you asked that because I made a list earlier today and I'm excited about it. Let me bring it up. So there's lots of advice around what to do when you break your fast. And so I took some of that advice and I added to it my own things that I want out of it, which is a lot of probiotic focused stuff. I want to, since we're going to be killing a lot of that gut biome, I'm going to be dictating the good bacteria that gets in there by giving it lots of good probiotics. I'm also going to ease my way in. So this is my plan. Okay, so I started fasting. I had dinner and then didn't eat the next morning. So that's so dinner time is my 120 hours, which I'm going for. So at 120 hours, I'm going to have a little bit of veggie broth, which is like the nice, really light reintroduction to get your digestive system going. And then I'm going to have a small amount, probably 1 ounce of papayas, fresh cut papayas. And the reason I'm doing those is for their digestive and natural digestive enzymes that they have to help stimulate all of that stuff. I'm not going to eat too much of the papayas, one, because it's a food that I don't want to eat too much that first night. Two, it has sugar in it. I can't eat too much sugar because I'm diabetic. So I'm going to do about 1 ounce of that. And then the third thing I'm going to do for that first meal is I'm going to have fresh pressed juice. I'm going to go to Whole Foods and I'm going to get what's called the Green Giant. It has a bunch of like kale and spinach and stuff in it. And they sweeten it with an apple. Usually I substitute that apple out for something more nutritious like a beet that also has sugar, just not as much. So I'm going to not do the beet either. I'm going to have no apple, no beet today or on that night. So good amount of veggies condensed in there. I'm going to drink it right afterwards because there's that 15-minute oxidation period where you have 15 minutes to really get all those micronutrients out of it. So I'm going to drink it right away. I'll probably just do an 8 or 12 ounce, maybe a 12 ounce of that. And so that's going to be my first break. The next day, I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner planned. So really quick, I'm going to go through this. Breakfast is going to be papaya, my normal supplements, soy milk, and miso soup. Miso soup has some fermented qualities to it. Soy milk is very easy and light on the body. And papaya, again, has those digestive enzymes. Lunch is going to be papaya, supplements, soy milk, miso soup. Sound all familiar? And then I'm going to add creamy almond butter because that's one of my favorite things. Not necessarily the creamy. I like the crunchy. But I want to reintroduce that into my system. It has good fats. It has good protein in it. So I'm going to add that at lunch. And then my dinner is going to be my supplements, and I'm going to have what I'm calling a raw bowl. So I'm going to have avocado, celery, cucumber, tempeh, kombucha to drink, kimchi, and sauerkraut. And if I need it, I might add some tahini dressing to that. So the tempeh, kombucha, kimchi, and sauerkraut are all fermented foods, so they help me with my digestive health. The cucumber and celery are high in water, so veggies and fruits that are high in water is recommended when you break your fast. And avocados are just delicious. They go down easy, high in fat, low in carb. So that's my plan to break my fast. After that, I'm just going to go back to the normal thing. I do have these seitan bacon, like fake bacon, that I want to try. That's been in the fridge. I don't know if it's appropriate to do that the second day, essentially. But I'm going to try. Hopefully it goes okay. I'm going to pair that with some fake eggs, which is a tofu scramble with some seasoning on it that makes it taste like eggs. So that's going to be my breakfast after that. And then just the normal stuff. You can see all my normal food that I eat on Instagram. I post everything I eat there. All right. So this video has gone long. Thanks for these excellent questions. Thank you, LB. I appreciate it. I'm going to end now because I have to get to other things, including drinking my water to get rid of my headaches. But I just wanted to check in and let you guys know where I'm at. So 2 more days. The end of today, end of day 3, is kind of the trigger point in your body. So days 4 and 5 is when your body starts using the bad cells or the weak cells in your body as energy. And that's the whole point of the fast for this is doing that. It kind of cleanses your body in that respect. And at some point in that process, your pancreas will also start regenerating, kickstarting the regeneration of beta cells. That's what the scientific study posted in cell.com. So that's what I'm doing, this whole crazy experiment. And so days 4 and 5 are the key days. So I'm definitely going to be excited throughout, knowing my body's doing very good work on those days. All right. I'm sounding out. Type wet. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.